Georgia Nighthawks. Robert DiClemente here, joined on the broadcast by Bailey Vessel and the rest of the Nighthawk Sports Network crew to bring you coverage of today's Division II baseball matchup. North Georgia handling the series with ease so far as they were able to take the first two games of the series, winning 7-0 on Friday evening and 10-2 about 24 hours ago here at the Steiner. After a little bit of a slow start through the first few innings, the Nighthawks offense got things rolling after singles from Josh Sosa and Connor Frost in the third to extend their lead. And the bats stayed hot heading into the seventh after back-to-back doubles from Jorge Arispero and Connor Frost, putting the Nighthawks up by 5 runs, with Jace Bowen and Riley Frost putting the nail in the coffin to push their lead to 10-2. Dylan Noche, Zach Green, Ben Koch, and Jack Emasio held it down on the mound for the Nighthawks. Mars Hill with 2 runs, 9 hits, and an error yesterday. North Georgia with 10 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error for themselves. North Georgia now 11-0 all-time against Mars Hill, looking to push it to 12-0 today and 3-0 on the season, as Mars Hill will look to get things rolling here with their first win of the season this afternoon. And here is Bailey with the starting lineups. First for Coach Cantrell's Nighthawks.
Batting first in center field is Andrew Apata, who's a freshman from Lawrenceville. Batting second, we have Jace Bowman, who playing third base, and he's a freshman from Claremont. Batting third, playing shortstop, is Riley Frost, a sophomore from Roswell. Batting fourth, a senior from Colorado, Nick Levensteins, who's playing first base. Batting fifth, Jorge Arispio, playing left field. Batting sixth, we have Josh Sosa, who's a sophomore from Snellville. He's a DH today. Batting seventh, we have Connor Frost, who's playing second base. He's a senior from Roswell. Batting eighth is a freshman from Swanee, Edwin Bowman, who's playing right field today. Batting ninth, we have Andrew Shadburn, a freshman from Cumming, who's the catcher. And pitching for the Nighthawks from Loganville is a freshman, Matthew Hurd.
And now for the starters from the visiting Mountain Lions from Mars Hill.
Batting first is Jordan Lath, playing center field. Batting second, Alex Naron, a right fielder. Batting third, Dawson Connell, playing center field. Batting fourth, at first base, Zach Weaver. Batting fifth, playing shortstop, Luke Hayes. Batting sixth, the DH, Chris Blecker. Batting seventh, playing third base, is Chad Sykes. Batting eighth, Trevor Bailey, who's the catcher. And batting ninth, second baseman, Chapel Matson. And pitching for the Mars Hill Lions is Dustin Rivas.
First pitch is right around the corner. We are glad you have decided to join us here on the Nighthawk Sports Network. It's a great day for baseball here at the Steiner. Don't go anywhere because we've got plenty of action coming your way. It's North Georgia versus Mars Hill here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Here in Dahlonega, we treasure our history.
We treasure our waterfalls.
We treasure our wine.
But most of all, we treasure our guests.
We are a family.
We treasure our community.
And we're an experience for you to discover.
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 The heart of the Georgia mountains.
The heart of the Georgia mountains.
Discover the heart of the Georgia mountains.
The mountains are open.
Back with you here in Dahlonega as we are getting set to get things going here between North Georgia and Mars Hill. The Nighthawks looking for the sweep here as they have won the first 2 games of this series, 7-0 and 10-2. They'll be looking to repeat some of their success here this afternoon as we get set for first pitch here. Got a nice day for baseball, about 47 degrees outside, a little cloudier than Friday and Saturday, but definitely not as chilly as it was yesterday. As batting first for Mars Hill is going to be number 6, Jordan Lath.
The Nighthawks pitchers have done a great job so far, keeping the Mars Hills hitters with only 2 runs over 2 days. So hopefully Matthew Hurd can keep that going and shut down the Mars Hill lineup.
Absolutely. Trying to repeat some of their success here. As we get set for first pitch, Matthew Hurd is going to be on the mound for the Nighthawks. As Lath makes his way up to the plate.
Number 6, Jordan Lath.
Jordan Lath, the senior infielder from Belmont, North Carolina, will lead things off here for the Mountain Lions. And first pitch is in. That's going to be a ball, 1-0 count. First pitch, 1-0-2. As we get things going here at the Steiner. Thank you for joining us here on the Nighthawk Sports Network. That ball is going to go in for a strike. The count's now 1-1. As Lath gets a hold of that one goes into center field as he will make it to first. So a good start here for Mars Hill as number 10, Alex Naran, makes his way to the plate.
That was a great job by Lath, being the leadoff and getting on base and taking that pitch right back up the middle.
Naran, the junior outfielder from Omaha, Nebraska. Nice pitch there, thrown in for a strike, 0-1 count. As steal attempt there. It's no good. As Naran awaits the pitch. Ball's high, going to be a 1-1 count here. Mars Hill showing some good discipline at the plate so far. He made an attempt there, so it's going to be a 1-2 count. Another pickoff attempt there. As Naran gets a hold of that one goes into center field. It's going to be a easy out there for the Nighthawks. That'll bring Dawson Connell to the plate. So Opata gets the easy out there. Dawson Connell, the junior from Waxhaw, North Carolina, gets a piece of that one. That one's popped high into the air. Should be another easy out here for the Nighthawks as they get 2 outs back-to-back, and that'll take us to the bottom of the first. Bring the Nighthawks up to bat. Opata First on deck, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with you here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Meet Harper. Harper was born to care and always had your back. Like the time she spotted a friend's rogue retainer, a threat of a permanent overbite, and made the save just in time.
I got you. Thanks.
Today, Harper still has your back as a teammate at Truist, the bank with Truist One checking.
I got you. Thanks.
With no overdraft fees, a negative balance buffer, and automatic upgrades, it's the checking account that has your back.
How do you create something that's different than everyone else? You do it differently than everyone else. Here at Copeland Creative, we specialize in telling captivating stories of wild people, wild things, and wild places. We don't just capture the story, we immerse ourselves in it. We are a diverse, multi-talented media house based in North Georgia, and if you have a story that needs told, we want to help you tell it.
Back with you here in Dahlonega as Andrew Zapata leads things off here for the Nighthawks. Nighthawks have a couple of freshmen leading things off for them. Opata leading things off and Jace Bowen on deck. As Opata awaits the pitch. Gets hold of that one, fouled. Into the Nighthawks dugout. 0-1 count here.
Opata has done a great job when he's been on base. He's had 3 stolen bases against Mars Hill, so I know they want to keep him off the base pass.
I believe that number leads not only the team, but the Peach Belt as well, so he's definitely a player that has to have eyes on him when he's on base. That ball's fouled, so the count is 0-2. As he is hit by a pitch, so that'll put him on first. I believe he also leads the Peach Belt in being hit by pitch, so he will make it to first, and that brings out Jace Bowen.
Number 29, Jace Bowen.
Bowen, the freshman from Claremont, Georgia.
It's exciting to see 2 freshmen lead off for the Nighthawks. It means the future's going to be pretty bright for them.
Pitch thrown in for a strike, right down the middle, 0-1. Matthew Hurd on the mound for Mars Hill. Pitch thrown in for strike number 2.
It's another steal for Opata and just shows his speed and just how dangerous it is when he does get on the base pass. Getting in scoring position for Bowen, so we'll see if Bowen can do anything with that.
Correction, number 16, TJ Provizano is on the mound for Mars Hill, the right-handed pitcher from Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. As Bowen gets a hold of that one, he will be out at first.
That was good hitting by Bowen to get behind the runner so the runner, Opata could advance to third.
Definitely a good thing to have Opata on third here. Just one out for the Nighthawks, and that brings Riley Frost up to the plate for North Georgia. Count is 0-1 here. As Frost gets a hold of that one, as he is out at first, but not before Opata can make it home, which puts the Nighthawks up 1-0 here.
Number 21, Nick Levenstein.
And that brings Nick Levensteins up to the plate. So Opata able to make it around the bases with ease here. 2 outs here for North Georgia. As an attempt there, puts the count at 0-1. Levenstein's one of the seniors here on this roster.
He's had a good start to his season, batting .333. So
Voted an All-American just a couple of seasons ago. As he awaits the pitch. Count is 1-2 now. As that ball's popped up into the air, but it'll go as a foul. That ball makes its way over the net and out of the stadium. So that ball's hit high into the air, into right field. Should be an easy out here for Mars Hill to retire the inning, and that'll bring us to the second. We will be right back with you here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
She has her whole life in front of her and already has a world-class heart team behind her. And so does every generation of her family, thanks to Georgia Heart Institute. Every day, our cardiologists, heart surgeons, and vascular surgeons bring breakthroughs that save and improve lives for generations. So whether you need heart care today or in 2073, we'll be here with the very best for your heart. Georgia Heart Institute.
I need to try it first.
Wouldn't it be awesome if you could buy your next vehicle without going to the dealership? Now you can with Beaver Direct. It's fast and really simple. Log into Beaver Toy.
Back with you here in Dahlonega to start off the second inning.
Today's second inning is presented by Howard Brothers, an official partner of North Georgia Baseball.
That pitch from Hurd is a ball, so it's going to be a 1-0 count here. As that ball is fouled, 1-1 count here for Weaver. Zach Weaver, the first baseman for Mars Hill. Junior from Wapaka, Florida, gets a hold of that one. Ball is high in the air into right field. It's down for the out. So 1 out here for Mars Hill. As that brings up number 5, Luke Hayes, to the plate. The freshman from St. Augustine, Florida. thrown in for a strike. 0-1 count. He waits the pitch. Swing and a miss there. 0-2 count.
It was a great pitch by Hurd. I'm guessing.
Definitely looked like he had Hayes confused there for a second as he gets a hold of that one. Makes its way to the shortstop. Should be easy out there for Levensteins. So 2 outs here in the second for Mars Hill.
It was a nice play by Frost. The bounce was a little dangerous there for a second, but he's able to maintain it and get the out at first.
And that'll bring Chris Bleeker up to the plate, the junior from Apex, North Carolina. Pitch thrown in for a ball. 1-0 count. Nice pitch there from Hurd. 1-1 count here. As Marcel gets a hold of that one, but that ball will sail into foul territory. So we got a 1-2 count here. Swing and a miss. And that'll bring us to the bottom of the second. Nighthawks up 1-0 still in this game. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with you here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Chick-fil-A of Dahlonega is the presenting sponsor of the Nighthawk of the Week program. From supporting local charities to hosting school spirit nights, Chick-fil-A restaurants are committed to giving back in ways that are most meaningful to their customers. If you're looking for great food nearby, it is Chick-fil-A's pleasure to serve you. United Logistics is a veteran-owned and relationship-driven company with a goal of being an integral part of the community, providing safe transportation and shipping solutions, and being recognized as one of the leading providers of transportation nationwide. Visit unitedlogistics.net for more information. Established in 1984 in nearby Clermont, Georgia, the Chattahoochee Group is a local company that's grown to include construction, streetscaping, modular walls, metal buildings, disposal, concrete, sports field installation, site work, and more. To learn more about the Chattahoochee Group's wide range of project offerings, visit chatgroupinc.com.
Back with you here in Dahlonega, Jorge Arisboro up to the plate here for North Georgia, the infielder from Lawrenceville, Georgia.
He had a good season last year, batting .291, and he started in 39 games for the Nighthawks.
He was named the Peach Belt Conference Freshman of the Week on April 4th of 2022. High school named to the All Gwinnett County second team. He was the hitting champion as well, as he faces a 1-1 count here. That pitch makes it 2-1 count. As that ball is fair into left field, as Arisboro makes his way to second. So that'll be a double here for Arisboro. And that'll bring up number 22, Josh Sosa.
The Nighthawks have done a good job getting both leadoffs on in both innings so far, so that definitely increases the chances of scoring runs when you get your leadoff on.
Definitely. I think both teams have been able to get behind the bat here. Mars Hill with just a little bit of Unfortunate luck with these pop flies. As Sosa waits the pitch. Pitch thrown in right down the middle for a strike. Josh Sosa, the sophomore from Snellville, Georgia. Ball is wide right, so it's going to be a 1-1 count. Sosa had a good game himself yesterday for the Nighthawks. The two-time All-State honoree in high school, named the Rawlings Perfect Game All-Region Second Team and Perfect Game All-American in 2019. He faces a 1-1 count here. Pitch thrown in for a strike. 1-2 count here.
Crowd's a little unhappy with that strike call.
Definitely not too happy bullpen there for North Georgia. Sosa gets a hold of that one. That one is fouled, though, so the count stays 1-2. Sosa had an RBI for himself yesterday in the win against Mars Hill. A swing and a miss there. As Sosa is struck out, so there's one out here for the Nighthawks. That'll bring up number 9, Connor Frost, to the plate. Frost, the senior from Roswell, Georgia, transfer out of East Georgia State. Sees the plate for the first time today for the Nighthawks. That pitch is thrown in for a strike. Frost in high school, the two-time state champion with Pope.
He had 3 RBIs yesterday in the game against Mars Hill.
He's definitely had a great game for himself. As that ball's hit to the shortstop, so that's going to be a easy out there. 2 outs here for North Georgia. As that brings up Edwin Bowman to the plate. Edwin Bowman, the freshman out of Suwanee, Georgia, from North Gwinnett High School. First team All-Region in high school, April 2022 Player of the Month. All-County honorable mentions as well. As that pitch is thrown in for a ball. 1-0 count here. Oh, 2-0 count here after that pitch. As Bowman awaits the pitch. Swing here, that ball is fouled. 2-1 count. So we got a 2-1 count here for Bowman, as he looks to get things going here in this series. Gets a hold of that one, makes his way to the right outfield, and that'll bring the score to 2-0 Nighthawks. On that single there from Bowman.
That was his first hit and first RBI as a Nighthawk, and I know that feels really good as a freshman.
Definitely got to feel good for him as he's able to bring Arisboro home. And that'll bring Andrew Shadburn to the plate here. As he will look to continue this momentum. Pitch is thrown in for a ball here, 1-0 count. Shadburn All-State and All-Region 2018, 2019, and 2021 in high school. Very accomplished player. During his time there, that ball is hit high into the air into right outfield. Should be an easy out here for Mars Hill, and that'll retire the inning, take us to the third. Don't go anywhere, because we'll be right back with you here as Mars Hill gets set to get to the plate. We'll be right back with you on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Meet Harper. Harper was born to care and always had your back. Like the time she spotted a friend's rogue retainer, a threat of a permanent overbite, and made the save just in time.
I got you. Thanks.
Today, Harper still has your back as a teammate at Truist, the bank with Truist One checking.
I got you. Thanks.
With no overdraft fees, a negative balance buffer, and automatic upgrades, it's the checking account that has your back.
How do you create something that's different than everyone else? You do it differently than everyone else. Here at Copeland Creative, we specialize in telling captivating stories of wild people, wild things, and wild places. We don't just capture the story, we immerse ourselves in it. We are a diverse, multi-talented media house based in North Georgia, and if you have a story that needs told, we want to help you tell it.
Back with you here in Dahlonega as Mars Hill is up to bat. Number 19, Chad Sykes at the plate as he gets a hold of that one, makes it to the shortstop. And easy out there for Levensteins.
Hurt has done a great job keeping the Mars Hill hitters at bay. He was very successful in high school. He was a 5A state player of the year, first team all-region, and a state champion. So I know the coach control would love to keep that success going here for the Nighthawks.
Definitely had some dominant pitching to start out this season as they currently lead the Peach Belt Conference with just 12 hits and, as you mentioned earlier, just 2 runs allowed all season. So definitely been a great start for them as this one makes it into the outfield, but right into the glove of Opata. So 2 quick outs here for Mars Hill. As that brings number 22, Chapel Madsen, to the plate. See if he can get a different outcome here. As he gets a hold of that one. Easy out at first. So quick 3 and out here for the Nighthawks as they will make their way back to home plate. Don't go anywhere, so we'll be right back with you here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Chick-fil-A of Dahlonega is the presenting sponsor of the Nighthawk of the Week program. From supporting local charities to hosting school spirit nights, Chick-fil-A restaurants are committed to giving back in ways that are most meaningful to their customers. If you're looking for great food nearby, it is Chick-fil-A's pleasure to serve you. United Logistics is a veteran-owned and relationship-driven company with a goal of being an integral part of the community, providing safe transportation and shipping solutions, and being recognized as one of the leading providers of transportation nationwide. Visit unitedlogistics.net for more information. Established in 1984 in nearby Clermont, Georgia, the Chattahoochee Group is a local company that's grown to include construction, streetscaping, modular walls, metal buildings, disposal, concrete, sports field installation, site work, and more. To learn more about the Chattahoochee Group's wide range of project offerings, visit chatgroupinc.com.
Back with you here in Dahlonega, bottom of the third inning. Nighthawks up 2-0 with Andrew Zapata at the plate. As he awaits the pitch. In for a strike, so a 0-1 count here. Zapata 4 at-bats yesterday with 2 runs for himself. He awaits the pitch. Gonna be a swing there, so 0-2 count. Potta gets a hold of that one. That ball is fouled. Count stays at 0-2. Nighthawks definitely looking to get Opata on base here. So he's one of the leaders in stolen bases in the Peach Ball Conference. Fortunately, he is struck out here, so 1 out here for North Georgia. And that brings up number 29, Jace Bowen, to the plate. As he will look to avenge Opata here.
Bowen has had a great start to his career. He's batting .571, which is really impressive for a freshman.
Yes, Coach Control's definitely got a lot of faith here, and he's freshman to start out his lineup as that pitch is thrown in for another ball. 2-0 count here. So he had 3 hits in the Nighthawks' win against Mars Hill on Friday. Pitch thrown in for a strike. 2-1 count here. And 2 RBIs for Jace Bowen yesterday in the 10-2 win. Yesterday afternoon. This count is 3-1 now. Make that 4-1. As Bowen has walked, makes his way to first base. And that'll bring up Riley Frost. As he looks to get things going here.
He had a good day yesterday, going 3 for 4 at the plate against Mars Hill, which brings his average to .429, so another solid average.
The pitch is thrown in for a strike. 0-1 count here. As mentioned, Frost definitely had a great game for himself yesterday. As that pitch is thrown in for a ball. So we got 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out here. As Riley Frost awaits the pitch. Swing and a miss there. So it's now a 1-2 count for Frost. Some good pitching here this inning for Rivas. That pickoff attempt there. as Frost awaits the pitch here. So he gets a hold of that one. Makes it into the left outfield as he will make his way to first.
That was a great effort by Hayes, the shortstop, but Frost was able to get enough on it to just get it out of his reach, but good effort there.
And that'll bring Nick Levensteins back up to bat here for North Georgia. Just one out here in the inning for the Nighthawks. As Levensteins awaits the pitch with Bleeker on first. As he gets a hold of that one, but it is fouled. So Bleeker on first and Bowen on second. Can maybe get the bases loaded here for Arisborough, if he is able to make it to first. So he gets a hold of that one, makes it into the right outfield. The Nighthawks are advancing home, pushes their lead to 3-0.
Good job.
Bowen showing off the legs there.
Yeah, he was thinking home the whole way. As soon as it got past the infield, he was going home.
Yeah, he was definitely hauling it there.
Using his speed.
And that brings number 1, Jorge Arisborough, up to bat. As they have a meeting at the pitcher's mound. Here between the catcher and coach. Meeting here for Revis.
Yeah, Marcel may. They've only scored 2 runs on Nighthawks so far, so they definitely don't want to get this too far out of hand. Nighthawks pitching has been shutting them down, so.
Yes, definitely. Nighthawks have been off to a somewhat of a slow start in their first 2 games, but they've definitely, bats have been hot here to start out this game, so definitely don't want to keep this up if you're Mars Hill.
Yeah. It's only 1 out this inning too, so runners on first and third, this could get out of hand really quickly for them.
Yes, this thing could definitely get out of hand here. As we have a couple of updates for you from around the Peach Belt Conference. Got a full slate of games for you today. Georgia College and University of Tampa. That first pitch was at noon. Georgia Southwestern and Nova Southeastern University, also first pitch at noon. Augusta and West Georgia, first pitch at 1 p.m. University of West Alabama taking on Columbus State. That game at 1 p.m. as well. Carson Newman and USC Aiken, also at 1 p.m. Young Harris and Union, Tennessee. That game's first pitch is set for about 20 minutes from now at 2 p.m. And Flagler taking on Central Missouri, also at 2 p.m. As looks like Mars Hill is making a pitching change here. As number 44, Sam Kaplan, is now on the mound here for the Mountain Lions, the right-handed pitcher, senior from Summerfield, North Carolina. We'll see if he can give us a breath of fresh air into this Mars Hill defense.
He's had 1 appearance so far for the Lions with 2 Ks, and he pitched .2 innings.
The transfer out of Northern Guilford, standing 6'3", 210.
His one appearance came against Carson Newman on February 1st in a game which Mars Hill lost 14-7.
Mars Hill still looking for their first win of the season. Here as they, as you just mentioned, drop that game to Carson Newman, have yet to pick up a win here in Dahlonega as that pitch hits Arispero, so he will make it to first. Not the start probably wanted for Kaplan.
Definitely not the look the coaches were wanting. First pitch hitting the batter, loading the bases up.
Yeah, may just have some little bit of jitters here. That'll bring up number 22, Josh Sosa, back to the plate. Still just one out here for North Georgia in the bottom of the third. So we'll see what Kaplan can do here. Pitch is thrown, ball, 1-0 count here. Sosa with a great game yesterday, holding it down on the mound for the Nighthawks as that pitch is thrown in for a strike. 1-1 count here. Pitch is thrown in for a ball. 2-1 count. As Sosa shows good discipline here. Swing and a miss there, so it's a 2-2 count for Sosa. Good pitch there from Kaplan. As Kaplan gets the signal. Another swing and a miss here.
It's a great job by Kaplan. After loading the bases up, he gets Sosa swinging, so
definitely
no harm done for the Nighthawks.
Yeah, definitely got to feel good to shake off that rough start there. And that'll bring up number 9, Connor Frost, to the plate. Coming into this game, Frost leading the team with 3 RBIs. It's a tied with Jace Bowen. As he faces a 1-0 count here. Now a 2-0 count. Frost, senior from Roswell, Georgia. Now faces a 3-0 count here. So I would not expect him to swing here.
Especially with the bases loaded, doesn't want to risk anything with 3-0 count.
What a good pitch there from Kaplan. As Frost now has a 3-1 count.
Still ahead here. He's looking for his pitch. Picking one out that he wants to hit.
Now he faces a full count here, 3-2. Don't want to blow a 3-1 lead here.
The runners will be moving 3-2, 2 out, so they'll be moving on contact or pitch.
As that pitch is a ball, which will push the lead to 4-0. As Riley Frost is able to make it home. And that'll bring up Edwin Bowman back up to bat here. Good discipline showed there by Frost. Pitch is thrown in for a strike. 0-1 count here.
Bowman got his first hit last inning. I know he would love to get another one here to extend the Nighthawks lead.
But he now faces an 0-2 count here. As Kaplan with the pitch, swing and a miss here, and that'll retire the inning, taking us to the fourth, but not before the Nighthawks can tack on 2 more here to advance their lead to 4-0. Don't go anywhere, because we'll be right back with you on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
A staple in downtown Dahlonega, the Smith House Country Store, Restaurant, and Hotel offers various types of accommodations for visitors and has been serving family-style country cooking since 1922, just off the historic Dahlonega Square. Amicalola Propane is locally owned and operated and provides propane sales, service, and repair to farms, homes, and businesses. Amicalola Propane is dedicated to making customers' lives more comfortable, and their knowledgeable staff will help with both residential and commercial propane needs. Walton & Company Realty is dedicated to serving you with all of your real estate needs. Their team of professionals will help you with everything from transaction coordination, marketing, and representing you as a buyer or seller, and has a goal of making your transaction run as smoothly as possible. For more information, visit waldenco.com.
Back with you here in Dahlonega. Mars Hill up to bat after the Nighthawks were able to tack on 2 more in the bottom of the third, as they have a 4-0 lead here. Hurd still on the mound here for the Nighthawks. Count is now 2-0 here for Bleecker. Or for Lath, excuse me. Now faces a 3-0 count here. Pitch thrown in for a strike, 3-1 count. Swing here, that ball is fouled over the press box, so it'll be a full count here for Jordan Lath. We'll see what Hurd can do here. Another foul for Jordan Lath. As Alex Naran is on deck here for Mars Hill. As Lath gets a hold of that one, makes it to center field as the ball will be down for a single here.
It's a great job by Lath. He fouled away the pitches he didn't like and then waited till he got one to put one in play, get a hit.
And that'll bring number 10, Alex Naran, up to bat here. Which is in, swing and miss, 0-1 count here. Nighthawks have done an outstanding job of their pitching so far. That count is now 1-1. Is that pickoff attempt there? Still a 1-1 count for Naran. Swing here, that ball is fouled, so it'll be a 1-2 count. As Ron hanging in there. As the steal attempt is successful, so Lath will make it to second. It's now a 2-2 count here for Naran. Good heads-up play there from Lath.
Good job getting to score position with no outs, so definitely more likely to score on second than on first.
As that pickoff attempt there gets away from second for a second there. This pitch is in. Ball's fouled. Again, Naran still hanging on there.
He's done a good job battling against Hurd.
We'll see what Hurd can do here. That is a ball, so now full count here for Naran. Definitely like to get to first here to bring on Luke Hayes. That ball is fouled. As Naran awaits the pitch. Ball is fouled. So Naran's still battling here. He's been able to get a piece of it, but not quite what he needs. He waits the pitch. Swing and a miss here. Good pitch there from Hurd.
Great job by Hurd to win that battle and then not only get an out but strike him out so the runner can't advance from second.
Yeah, good discipline there showed by Naran. Unfortunately, he struck out there, so that'll bring up number 9, Dawson Connell, to the plate with one out here. As the pitch is in, another steal attempt here. As he is safe.
Lath got a great jump there on a steal attempt.
So Lath showing off his legs there. In good position here at third base. If Connell's able to get this thing into the right outfield, should bring him home. One count here for Dawson Connell. Swing and a miss here. 1-2 count now. Solid pitch there from Matthew Hurd. As Zach Weaver is on deck here for the Mountain Lions. Pitch is in. Another swing and a miss here. Or not. So it's going to be out at first on that swing attempt there.
That's a big strikeout again by Hurd because it obviously keeps the runner at third and no contact is a great win there for Hurd.
And so that'll bring Zach Weaver to the plate here with 2 outs. Trying to make something happen here so he can bring Lath home. As that pitch is thrown in for a ball, 1-0 count here. Lath, one of the speedier players on this team, so I'm sure anything that gets down in the outfield is going to bring him home with ease here. Pitch is thrown, 2-0 count. With Luke Hayes on deck here for Mars Hill. Pitch is in. 3-0 count now. For Weaver, would not expect him to swing here. As he is intentionally walked, so he will make it to first. And so that'll bring up number 5, Luke Hayes, to the plate here for Mars Hill. Now with Weaver on first and Lath on third. See if he can make something happen here. Pitches in for a ball. 1-0 count here.
It's a good block by Bowman, keeping the runners where they are.
Strike, though, thrown there from Hurd, so 1-1 count here. As Hayes waits the pitch. 2-1 count now for Hayes. Hayes playing shortstop here for Mountain Lions. Trying to make something happen here at his at-bat. Now a 3-1 count now. See what Hurd can do here. Definitely don't want him walked here. Swing and a miss here, so a 3-2 count now. Big pitch here coming up for Hurd. As a ball here would make bases loaded. Swing here, that ball is fouled. Still a full count here for Hayes.
The runner at first is going to be on the move with a 3-2 count, 2 outs here. So ball's put in play. He could potentially reach home depending on his speed.
As a ball from North Georgia side rolls onto the field for a moment. And we will resume play. So Hayes with the 3-2 count here. And Hurd with the pitch. That ball is fouled again. Will make its way out of the stadium.
Hurd's in another good battle here. Hopefully he can win again.
Yeah, Marcel definitely been battling here in this 4th inning. Trying to stay alive here. Hurd with the pitch. And that'll make it ball 4, so that'll make the bases loaded here for Chris Bleeker. Bleeker, the designated hitter for Mountain Lions, as have a meeting here at the pitcher's mound.
Yeah, with 2 walks, I know the coaches want to see what's going on, settle him down a little bit. He just needs one more out to get out of this inning.
Grand slam here from Bleecker would tie this game up. So Nighthawks defense here having some conversations, trying to prevent Mars Hill from scoring here. So Coach Contrell's team talks things over here. They're ready to resume play. So we'll see what Hurd can do here with Bleecker up to bat. Bleecker, the junior from Apex, North Carolina. So he awaits the pitch. 0-1 count here as Hurd throws a strike. Good pitch there from Matthew Hurd. So 0-1 count now for Bleecker. As Bleecker waits the pitch. Swing and a miss there, so it's a 0-2 count. Hurd with a few good pitches here after that meeting on the mound.
He does a good job working ahead, throwing 2 straight strikes.
We'll see what he can do here. As Hurd with the pitch. Another swing and a miss here. So, good job there from Matthew Hurd to bring out the Nighthawks offense. That'll take us to the bottom of the 4th. We'll be right back with you here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
With 6 locations across Northeast Georgia, Howard Brothers Outdoor Power Equipment and Hardware is trusted by both professional landscapers and residential homeowners for all their outdoor equipment needs. To learn more about the family-owned business that keeps Georgia green, visit howardbrothers.com. Bryan Properties is a commercial real estate brokerage firm serving Northeast Georgia. Located in nearby Cumming, Georgia, Bryan Properties specializes in commercial real estate along the Georgia 400 corridor. For more information on Bryan Properties, visit bryanproperties.net. The UNG bookstore is operated by Barnes & Noble and is located in the Chastity Building beside Starbucks in downtown Dahlonega. Fans and students can visit in person or online at ung.bncollege.com for all your Nighthawk apparel and textbook needs for the upcoming season.
Back with you here in Dahlonega, Andrew Shadburn at the plate here for North Georgia. As he awaits the pitch. It's a 1-0 count now. Nighthawks defense did a good job closing out that inning for the top of the 4th there. As Shadburn with the 1-1 count here now. Definitely an interesting move there from the Nighthawks defense to intentionally walk there.
They didn't want to give the batter anything good to hit. Sorry, a 3-1 count, so they just put him on first and then load up the bases, and it works out in the end for him. No runs came across the plate, so it was a smart move by the coaches.
So a 3-1 count here for Shadburn. As he awaits the pitch. Pitch thrown in for a strike. So full count here now for Shadburn. As that ball makes it into left outfield, as Shadburn will make his way to second. Good job by Shadburn, able to get that ball down left outfield.
The Nighthawks have done a great job this series getting lead off on base. Almost every inning seems like we got the lead off on, which is huge.
Definitely haven't. Neither team has hit a home run yet in this series, but as you mentioned, Nighthawks haven't needed it as they've been able to get these balls down into the outfield. And that'll bring up Andrew Zapata back up to home plate here. We'll see what he can do after that double from Shadburn. Swing here, that ball's hit high into the air to the right outfield. Should be easy out here, but not before Shadburn can make it to third.
Yeah, Zapata hit that far enough into right field and deep enough where Shadburn could easily tag up to third. Great job by Zapata to move the runner.
So just one out here for the Nighthawks, which brings up Jace Bowen to the plate here. Zapata can definitely turn the burners on here if Bowen's able to get a hold of that one, and he does. So that one makes it into left outfield, and that'll push their lead to 5-0 here.
Good piece of hitting by Bowen, taking the first pitch down left field line. He continues his hot streak here this series.
And so that brings up Riley Frost to the plate. After we'll have another meeting here for Mars Hill. After Nighthawks coming out firing here in the bottom of the fourth. As we have a pitchers meeting here on the mound. As we have Opata on second. Or Bowen on second, excuse me. As Marcel trying to talk things over here. As it looks like we'll have a pitching change here for the Mountain Lions. As the Mountain Lions will put Donald Gorgie on the mound, the right-handed pitcher, freshman from Tampa, Florida. As Marcel trying to switch things up here. Seeing if Gorgie can provide some life here to this Mars Hill defense.
He has one appearance so far this season, and it was also against the game against Carson Newman. He had one strikeout and one walk in that appearance.
So 4 innings in. Mars Hill's gone through, I believe they're on their third pitcher now. As they're doing everything they can to stop this red-hot Nighthawks offense. As Bowen makes his way back to second. With Riley Frost up to bat. See if the Nighthawks can continue their dominance here with just one out in this fourth inning. As Frost will make his way back to the plate. See what he can do here after the pitching change from Mars Hill. Oh, count here for Frost. As he gets a hold of that one, but it is fouled. That ball will sail over the parking lot and into the road behind the Steiner. 0-1 count here for Frost. We'll see what Gorgie can do here on the mound. As Frost gets a hold of that one, makes its way into the left outfield. Nighthawks are waving them home here. And they'll extend their lead to 6-0 here. After Jace Bowen's able to make it home there.
It doesn't seem to matter who they put on the mound. The Nighthawks are having their way with the Mars Hills pitchers.
Yeah, Nighthawks are definitely doing whatever they want here on offense. Have yet to go a scoreless inning here. Lead is now 6-0, just 4 innings in. So that's going to be a ball here for Levenstein, so it's a 1-0 count. Levenstein's waits to pitch. 2-0 count now. Levenstein's definitely a player that Mars Hill's not wanting to face right now, as they are having some issues with their pitching. Pitch thrown in for a strike, though, so a 2-1 count now for Levenstein's. We'll see what he can do here with the 3-1 count now. Frost on first. It's 3-1 count now. Make that a 4-1 count as Levenstein has walked, so he will head to first base here to bring up Jorge Arispero. So with Levenstein's on first and Frost on second here, we'll see what Arispero can do with just 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. That pitch is thrown in for a ball, 1-0 count here. Nighthawks offense has been red hot this inning. They've been able to get pretty much anything they want here. As Arispero awaits the pitch. Gets a hold of that one. As Mars Hill gets the out there in the left outfield, so it is now a 2 outs here for North Georgia. As Josh Sosa makes his way to the plate.
Arispero just missed that one. He almost got all of it, but center fielder did a nice job tracking that down.
Yeah, Nighthawks looking for their first home run of the season as well. See if they're able to get their first in today's game. As Sosa's hit with the pitch, so he will make it to first base. Bases are now loaded for the Nighthawks as Connor Frost makes his way to home plate. Connor Frost showing some good discipline in his last at-bat. We'll see if he could do the same here with bases loaded. With Reesboro on first, Levinstein's on second, and Frost on third. As he faces the 1-0 count here. As that pitch cuts it a little close there. 2-0 count now. See what Gorgie can do here as the pitch is in. Now a 3-0 count now, so Mars Hill in a bit of a pickle here.
Smart move by the catcher to go out and talk to his pitcher.
Try to calm him down a bit.
Yeah, doesn't want to walk in a run here. You want to make the batter earn it.
So I would be shocked if Frost swings here, unless he gets an absolute perfect pitch. As he is hit by the pitch, so that'll put Connor Frost on first, but not before Riley Frost can come home, extending the lead to 7-0. Home plate umpire walking with Frost, making sure he doesn't head towards the mound, as Mars Hill will have another meeting here.
Looks like they're making another change.
So Mars Hill going deep into their pitching lineup here. See if they can get any sort of success here, as the Nighthawks have scored 3 runs here in this inning. As Bailey said, the Mars Hill Mountain Lions will make a pitching change here. As that'll bring out number 8, Colin McCaw, the right-handed pitcher, freshman from Lake Mary, Florida. We'll try to get anything going here for Mars Hill.
He had 1 appearance on the season. It was also the loss against Carson Newman. He had 1.1 innings pitched. He had 2 hits given up, 3 runs. He also gave up a home run in that appearance. So he's looking for a better outing today.
Definitely trying to provide some redemption here for this Mars Hill pitching. You'll see what he can do here with Bowman up to bat. Trying to get his second hit of the day. As Levinstein was able to make his way to third base after Frost was hit with that pitch. Josh Sosa also able to make his way to second. And of course, Connor Frost on first, so bases loaded here. Two outs in the bottom of the fourth. Edwin Bowman with the 0-0 count. That pitch is thrown for a ball. 1-0 count here. North Georgia already matched their score from the first matchup on Friday, where they won 7-0. North Georgia scoring 10 runs in their game yesterday, so we'll see if they can surpass that mark in today's game. Just 4 innings in. As Bowen faces the 3-0 count now, bases loaded, so any balls thrown here from pitcher will put the Nighthawks up 7-0, or 8-0, which they will, as Levensteins will make it home to push their lead to 8-0. Base is still loaded here.
That's great patience by Bowen. Anytime a new pitcher comes in, you want to make him throw a strike before you swing, so that's great patience. And never got a chance to swing through those 4 straight balls.
That'll bring Andrew Shadburn up to the plate. See what he can do here with 2 outs. Bases loaded here for North Georgia. Pitch is thrown, 1-0 count now. As Marcel's doing anything they can just to retire this inning and try to put their offense back on the field here.
Shadburn shouldn't swing until he gets a strike thrown to him with 5 straight balls thrown.
Another ball thrown here as Sosa will make it home, push their lead to 9-0. After that wild pitch there thrown from McCaw. So a 2-0 count now for Shadburn. Base is no longer loaded, but Sosa able to make it home. And Bowman able to make it to second. Strike there thrown from McCaw, so a 2-1 count now for Shadburn. It's got to feel good from McCaw after throwing consecutive balls there. 2-2 count now for Shadburn. McCaw trying to retire this inning. We'll see what he can do here. As Shadburn makes contact, but he will be out at first, and so that'll retire the inning, but not before the Nighthawks can pour on 5 more runs here to extend their lead to 9-0. Nighthawks are on fire here in this game. Don't go away, because we'll be right back with you here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
She has her whole life in front of her and already has a world-class heart team behind her. And so does every generation of her family, thanks to Georgia Heart Institute. Every day, our cardiologists, heart surgeons, and vascular surgeons bring breakthroughs that save and improve lives for generations. So whether you need heart care today or in 2073, we'll be here with the very best for your heart. Georgia Heart Institute.
I need to try it first.
Wouldn't it be awesome if you could buy your next vehicle without going to the dealership? Now you can with Beaver Direct. It's fast and really simple. Log into beavertoyotacumming.com, click on Beaver Direct, quietly shop from hundreds of vehicles, obtain a credit approval and trade appraisal in
Back with you here in Dahlonega as the Mars Hill now on offense, trying to get something going here after that red-hot 4th inning from North Georgia, pouring on 5 runs there. As a good pitch there from Hurd makes it now an 0-2 count.
Good job by Hurd working ahead, getting 2 strikes. Last inning he struggled a little bit, working ahead. Walked a couple batters.
As Mars Hill able to get a piece of that one to the shortstop. Levenstein is there for the out at first. Some nice job there from Frost.
Number 27, Trevor Bailey.
That'll bring up number 27, Trevor Bailey, to the plate, the catcher for Mars Hill. We'll see what he can do here with his squad down 9-0. So that pitch is thrown in for a ball. 1-0 count now. Now a 2-0 count. We'll see what Trevor Bailey can do here as he's able to make contact, but that goes right to Hurd as he will have the easy out. So he just flips that one to Levenstein's. So quick 2 outs here for the Nighthawks defense. And that'll bring on number 22, Chapel Madsen. We'll see what he can do here for his squad after 2 quick outs for this Nighthawks defense. As he awaits the pitch. Strike thrown there from Matthew Hurd. Hurd's been super solid here in this game for North Georgia. Another strike thrown there from him, so now an 0-2 count.
Definitely a big difference between him and the Mars Hills pitcher, as he's our starter, still going strong in the 5th inning, and Mars Hill's been through 4 pitchers and through 5 innings, 4 innings, I think.
I believe so. Gone through about 4 or 5 pitchers so far as Hurd throws the ball there, so a 1-2 count. Be interesting to see what Mars Hill decides to do once they get back out on defense. And a swing and a miss there will take us to the bottom of the 5th inning. Mars Hill still scoreless in this one. I'll bring back out the red-hot Nighthawks offense. We'll be right back with you here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Meet Harper. Harper was born to care and always had your back. Like the time she spotted a friend's rogue retainer, a threat of a permanent overbite, and made the save just in time.
I got you. Thanks.
Today, Harper still has your back as a teammate at Truist, the bank with Truist One checking.
I got you. Thanks.
With no overdraft fees, a negative balance buffer, and automatic upgrades, it's the checking account that has your back.
How do you create something that's different than everyone else? You do it differently than everyone else. Here at Copeland Creative, we specialize in telling captivating stories of wild people, wild things, and wild places. We don't just capture the story, we immerse ourselves in it. We are a diverse, multi-talented media house based in North Georgia, and if you have a story that needs told, we want to help you tell it.
Back with you here in Dahlonega as the Nighthawks offense takes the field here. Opata at the plate. See if they can repeat their red-hot 4th inning. Is that pitch thrown in for a ball. 1-0 count now for Opata as head coach Tom Cottrell for the Nighthawks is approaching 800 career wins at North Georgia. If his team can continue to stay undefeated here at home, then he should approach that milestone, I believe, on February 19th in the game against USC Aiken. As Opata now facing the 2-0 count. Make that a 3-0 count now. As McCaw still on the mound here for the Mountain Lions. Nice strike thrown there from him. Now a 3-1 count. And that will make it a 4-1 count, so Opata will move to first. So now we have Opata on first. And Bowen up to bat now. As we will have yet another meeting here at the pitcher's mound for Mars Hill.
Looks like they're going to the bullpen again for another change. McCall struggled a little bit with his accuracy and put a lot of Nighthawks on base for free.
So McCall will make his way off the mound. As Bailey mentioned, new pitcher will come on for Mars Hill. See what they can do to stop this red-hot Nighthawks offense. As number 43, Dustin Dunlap, will pitch here for the Mountain Lions. Dunlap, the left-handed pitcher, freshman from Leesburg, Florida. We'll see what he can do here for Mars Hill.
His one appearance this season came in the Carson Newman game. He gave up 2 hits, 2 runs. He had 2 base on balls, and he had 1 strikeout.
So Dunlap getting warmed up here. See if he can provide something, anything to this Mars Hill defense here. With Jace Bowen set to be hitting here for the Nighthawks. No outs yet for North Georgia, with Opata at first after he was walked.
He's a big threat to steal for the Nighthawks too.
Opata did a good job of distracting the pitchers a little bit in that first game on Friday. Wonder if he's doing the same here when he's on base for North Georgia. And so Bowen will make his way back to the plate here. See what they can do here in the bottom of the 5th. Bowen, one of the leaders in RBIs on this team, so he is hit with the 1-0 or the 1-0 count now. Make that a 1-1 count for Jace Bowen. Good pitch there thrown by Dunlap. The pitch is in. Thrown for strike number 2. Another good pitch there thrown from Dunlap. 1-2 count now for Bowen. Pitch is in. That ball gets away from catcher, so it's now a 2-2 count. Trevor Bailey sitting in strong there for Mars Hill, as he's played with a number of different pitchers here today. As Bowen makes contact with that one, as he'll be out at first, but not before Opata can make it to second. So one out here for North Georgia. That'll bring Riley Frost up to the plate.
Now batting for the Nighthawks, number 23, Riley Frost.
Upata was moving on the pitch there, so the shortstop had no play at second, so he had to go straight to first to get Bowen out. But now Upata's in scoring position.
So Riley Frost now awaits the pitch. Swings and he makes contact. That'll be a foul ball. 0-1 count now. As that ball made its way down the left field line. As Frost awaits the pitch. It'll be a 1-1 count now.
Bailey's done a good job so far with the pot on base, keeping those balls in front of him so he can't advance any farther.
Would be surprised to see a potential Opata stolen base here. Now a 2-1 count for Frost. Opata, one of the league leaders in stolen bases so far. Pitches in as Frost makes contact, but it'll be a foul ball. 2-2 count. So a 2-2 count here for Frost. As he awaits the pitch from Dunlap. Dunlap gets the signal he wants. Be a full count now for Frost. Be interesting to see what he does here, considering the Mars Hill pitching. Be interesting to see if he swings here. And he does. That'll be an easy out for Mars Hill. Now 2 outs in the inning.
Dunlap's got he's done a good job since he has come in, getting 2 quick outs and keeping Opata at second so far.
Yes, Mars Hill's outfield definitely been one of the saving graces here for the Mars Hill defense. I'll bring Nick Levensteins back to the plate. As that pitch goes over his head, so it'll be a 1-0 count there. Good awareness from Levensteins to duck out of the way there. So Levenstein's at bat. Opata's still on second. Levenstein's now facing the 2-0 count. We'll see what Dunlap does here. That pitch is thrown in for another ball, so a 3-0 count here from Levensteins. Wouldn't expect him to swing here, as Dunlap keeps looking back to check on Opata, make sure he's not looking to make his way to third for a steal attempt. Pitches in. That'll make it ball 4. So Levensteins will make his way to first base. And that'll bring up Jorge Arispero.
Number 1, Jorge Arispero.
So Arispero will try to make something happen here with 2 outs in the inning. But Levenstein's on first and Opada on second. See if he can get something down in the right outfield to try to bring Opada home. Strike there thrown from Dunlap. 1-0-1 count. Pitches in, and Riespro makes contact, and that will be an out at second. So that'll take us to the 6th. Nighthawks unable to come away with anything in that inning, but they still lead 9-0 in this game. We'll be right back with you here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
With 6 locations across Northeast Georgia, Howard Brothers Outdoor Power Equipment and Hardware is trusted by both professional landscapers and residential homeowners for all their outdoor equipment needs. To learn more about the family-owned business that keeps Georgia green, visit howardbrothers.com. Bryan Properties is a commercial real estate brokerage firm serving Northeast Georgia. Located in nearby Cumming, Georgia, Bryan Properties specializes in commercial real estate along the Georgia 400 corridor. For more information on Bryan Properties, visit bryanproperties.net. The UNG bookstore is operated by Barnes & Noble and is located in the Chastity Building beside Starbucks in downtown Dahlonega. Fans and students can visit in person or online at ung.bncollege.com for all your Nighthawk apparel and textbook needs for the upcoming season.
Back with you here in Dahlonega as Mars Hill is now up to bat as the Nighthawks made a Wendy's call to the bullpen as Reed Howard is now on the mound for North Georgia. The redshirt sophomore pitcher out of Cumming, Georgia, as Levensteins gets the out there as he will take over for Matthew Hurd. After Hurd pitched 5 scoreless innings.
This is Howard's first appearance this season. However, last year he had a 3.18 ERA in 9 appearances. He gave up 15 hits and 6 runs.
Nighthawks have always been pretty dominant with their pitching. We'll see if Howard can continue the same, especially in today's game.
You don't want to give the Lions any hope or any momentum going, and baseball can change really quick.
Definitely, anything can happen in sports. Definitely, a couple good at bats for Mars Hill, and they could be right back in this game. Swing and a miss there, though, from Naran. This will be a 1-2 count now. With 1 out. That's pitches in. We have 2-2 count now. For Alex Naran. We'll see what the right fielder can do here as he gets a swing and a miss. So 2 quick outs now for the Nighthawks. Good job from Howard. That'll bring out number 9, Dawson Connell. See what he could do here with 2 outs in the inning. As he awaits the pitch. Makes contact there. That'll be an easy out here for Pata. Right to his glove, and that'll take us to the bottom of the 6th. Mars Hill still scoreless in this one. We'll be right back with you here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
A staple in downtown Dahlonega, the Smith House Country Store, Restaurant, and Hotel offers various types of accommodations for visitors and has been serving family-style country cooking since 1922, just off the historic Dahlonega Square. Amicalola Propane is locally owned and operated and provides propane sales, service, and repair to farms, homes, and businesses. Amicalola Propane is dedicated to making customers' lives more comfortable, and their knowledgeable staff will help with both residential and commercial propane needs. Walton & Company Realty is dedicated to serving you with all of your real estate needs. Their team of professionals will help you with everything from transaction coordination, marketing, and representing you as a buyer or seller, and has a goal of making your transaction run as smoothly as possible. For more information, visit waldenco.com.
Back with you here in Dahlonega as the Nighthawks offense takes the field. Josh Sosa at the plate for North Georgia. After a scoreless last inning, they're looking to get back to some of their success from that 5-run 5th inning that they had. Still a 9-0 lead in this game. Trying to match their 10 runs from yesterday's win, or even extend beyond that. As Sosa gets a piece of that one, but it is fouled. 1-1 count now. For the Nighthawks. Some updates from other North Georgia sports. The North Georgia men's and women's basketball teams earned themselves much-needed wins against some hard-fought and scrappy Georgia Southwestern teams. 2 nail-biters yesterday as both of those games came down to the final shot where the Nighthawks defense stood strong, the men having to pick up their win in overtime, and the women snap a 4-game losing streak to get their season back on track. I know you were working the games yesterday as well, Bailey. Definitely a couple of good games.
Those are 2 great games. Like you said, Georgia Southwestern is definitely very scrappy.
Yes.
But I know that was a huge win for the women's team. 4 games in a row losing is not typically what we see from them, so I know they're happy to get back in the win column.
Definitely. Couldn't remember the last time I saw a 4-game losing streak from Coach Buffy and her squad, but they are back on track as they took down the number 1 seed in the Peach Belt Conference as that ball is hit high into the air, into center field. It'll be easy out here for Mars Hill. So 1 out now in the bottom of the 6th here for North Georgia. And then I'll bring out number 9, Connor Frost, back to the plate. As he faces just 1 out here in this inning. be a 1-0 count now for him, as that is a ball thrown to him. The North Georgia women's softball team also got their start yesterday in the Gulf Shores Invitational, where they opened things up with a dominant 11-0 win against Spring Hill. Unfortunately, they dropped their second game to West Alabama, losing 4-7 in that one. Or they'll try to get a little bit of redemption here as they take on Florida Tech today. That game's first pitch was at 1:30.
I'm excited to watch them here in Dahlonega. Coach Davenport, and he always has them ready to play, and they always seem to have a good season every single year.
Definitely. You can never count out the softball team here. As that ball's fouled from Frost. Still a 1-2 count. So Frost, 1-2 count here, just one out. Now a 2-2 count. In that softball matchup where North Georgia won 11-0, Tybee Denton earning the win against Spring Hill, allowing no hits in just under 5 innings of work. Delaney Heberlin with the no-hit shutout coming into the 4th inning. Mallory Parker being the main catalyst, going 3 for 3 with 4 RBIs on the day. As Frost still faces a 2-2 count here. Mallory with a single up the middle to drive in Sophie Mooney. As she looks to continue on from her success from last season. Frost now with the full count here, 3-2. And that'll make it a 4-2 count as Connor Frost will make his way to first base. And that'll bring back out Edwin Bowman. As Mars Hill will have another meeting here on the pitcher's mound. It seems like it's become almost an every inning reoccurrence here for Mars Hill.
Looks like they're bringing another pitcher in.
As Dunlap will make his way off the mound, as Mars Hill will make another pitching change here. See if he can make this more of a manageable game. And so Mars Hill does make the pitching change here, as they call to the bullpen and get out number 26, Barrett Williams, the right-handed pitcher from Lakeland, Florida.
This is his first appearance on the season for the Lions.
We'll see if Barrett Williams can provide some life here for Mars Hill, try to mount a tremendous comeback here. As Mars Hill looks to get something going here in this game. And North Georgia will have a few days off before they get back to work on Friday as they begin their 3-game series against Florida Southern here in Dahlonega. You can catch that series starting February 10th at 3 p.m. back here on the Nighthawk Sports Network. Meanwhile, the Mountain Lions will follow up this game with a quick turnaround with a home matchup on Tuesday against Blood Mountain rivals and the 30th ranked team in the country, Young Harris. So Mars Hill definitely making a quick turnaround here as they got to get back to work on Tuesday against a very well-coached Young Harris team. That'll bring Edwin Bowman back up to the plate here after the pitching change. And that'll be a ball, so a 1-0 count now. So Barrett Williams now on the mound here for the Mountain Lions. See what he can do. Now a 2-0 count for Bowman. See, he gets a hold of that one. That one makes it into the right outfield, but set high into the air, so be easy out there. So 2 outs now in the inning. And that'll bring out number 18. Andrew Shadburn makes his way to the plate for North Georgia. 2 outs in the inning here for North Georgia. We'll see what he can do down in this hole. They strike there, thrown from Williams. Swing and a miss, so strike number 2 here for Shadburn as he is down now in the 0-2 count.
Good work by Williams to get ahead.
So pick-off attempt there from Frost. As Shadburn awaits the pitch. That ball is fair down the right field line. He is tagged out, so that will take us to the 7th inning. Your score here at the Steiner, still 9-0. We'll be right back with you here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Chick-fil-A of Dahlonega is the presenting sponsor of the Nighthawk of the Week program. From supporting local charities to hosting school spirit nights, Chick-fil-A restaurants are committed to giving back in ways that are most meaningful to their customers. If you're looking for great food nearby, it is Chick-fil-A's pleasure to serve you. United Logistics is a veteran-owned and relationship-driven company with a goal of being an integral part of the community, providing safe transportation and shipping solutions and being recognized as one of the leading providers of transportation nationwide. Visit unitedlogistics.net for more information. Established in 1984 in nearby Clermont, Georgia, the Chattahoochee Group is a local company that's grown to include construction, streetscaping, modular walls, metal buildings, disposal, concrete, sports field installation, site work, and more. To learn more about the Chattahoochee Group's wide range of project offerings, visit chatgroupinc.com.
Back with you here in Dahlonega as Mars Hill's offense is at the plate. Zach Weaver looking to get things going here for Mars Hill. Trying to make this a more manageable game. This is now a 2-0 count now for Weaver. Right, 2-1 count now. This is the third game of a 13-game homestand here for the Nighthawks, as they will not hit the road until their matchup against Augusta on March 4th. That game Saturday at 11 a.m. And so for the entire month of February, they will be at home, as Howard gets a strikeout there. So 1 out now for Mars Hill.
I know Coach Contrell and the rest of the team wants to get as many wins as they can at home. It's so important to protect your home field and
absolutely trying to capitalize on having a lot of home games here to start out their season, as they have this 3-game series against Mars Hill, this one being the last game of the series, then a 3-game series against Florida Southern, 3-game series against USC Aiken, 3-game series against Young Harris, and then a single game against Montevelo, as Levensteins will get the easy out here on that pop fly.
Howard's done a great job since he's come in, working ahead and getting outs quickly.
As that'll bring out number 47 from Mars Hill to the plate, as he is going to be pinch hitting for the Mountain Lions, Silas Eisenhower, the freshman from Hickory, North Carolina, at the plate. As a ball is thrown there from Howard, 1-0 count now. As that ball is hit into the right outfield, but it is bobbled by Frost. And so Eisenhower will make it to first.
It's a good job by Howard producing a ground ball, but Frost just wasn't able to stay down on that. The hop got him.
And so 2 outs here now for Mars Hill. As number 15, Tarek Bumgardner, is now on the plate here for Mars Hill, the freshman from Newton, North Carolina. We'll try to work his magic here. And the pitch from Howard. It's going to be a ball, so a 1-1 count here. Howard, as you mentioned earlier, Bailey's done a good job on the mound here for North Georgia, holding things down. Still not allowing Mars Hill to get on the board here. As the ball is fouled as it makes its way past Levensteins, but into foul territory. Levensteins almost made a play on that one.
I thought he was going to get there. Made a good attempt, but just out of his reach.
As Howard gets the signal he likes. Levenstein's standing at 6'2", so he's definitely got the reach to get there, and that'll be a swing and a miss, so that'll take us to the 7th inning stretch. Your score in this game still 9-0. We'll be right back with you here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Meet Harper. Harper was born to care and always had your back. Like the time she spotted a friend's rogue retainer, a threat of a permanent overbite, and made the save just in time.
I got you. Thanks.
Today, Harper still has your back as a teammate at Truist, the bank with Truist One checking.
I got you. Thanks.
With no overdraft fees, a negative balance buffer, and automatic upgrades, it's the checking account that has your back.
How do you create something that's different than everyone else? You do it differently than everyone else. Here at Copeland Creative, we specialize in telling captivating stories of wild people, wild things, and wild places. We don't just capture the story, we immerse ourselves in it. We are a diverse, multi-talented media house based in North Georgia, and if you have a story that needs told, we want to help you tell it.
Back with you here in Dahlonega as the Nighthawks are up to bat. Andrew Zapata at the plate. As that pitch is sent in for a ball, 1-0 count now. As the sun is starting to peek through here in Dahlonega. It's been nice weather though all weekend here for this series. That strike thrown there. So now a 1-1 count for Opata. Barrett Williams to the pitch. Opata makes contact, makes its way to the shortstop. And he will be safe at first as Opata turns on the burners there.
Yeah, he's showing off his speed again. The shortstop, he didn't charge the ball. He let it bounce an extra time, and you can't do that against Opata. He'll make you pay for it.
Absolutely. So that'll bring out number 29, Jace Bowen, up to bat. The ball is thrown there, 1-0 count. As waits the pitch, 2-0 count now. Again, Williams got to keep his eye on Opata, because especially with their lead that they've got now, may not be afraid to make a run for it to second. But it is now a 3-0 count now. He may not need to here, as Bowen will face the 3-0 count now. He's got Riley Frost on deck. That will be a 4-0 count, advancing him to first, which brings up Riley Frost. So still no outs here in the inning. We'll see what he can do with Opata on second and Bowen on first.
Anything hits the outfield is definitely a threat for Opata to score.
We'll see what Williams can do here. He had a strong start once he came out to the mound, but he's let Opata go to second, and then Bowen to first, but a nice strike there thrown from him. As Riley Frost awaits the pitch. Be a ball, so a 1-1 count here. So the Nighthawks looking to maintain their lead here that they've got over Mars Hill. If they're able to hold down the fort here, it'll be definitely a dominant win here for the Nighthawks, as a strike there thrown from Williams. So we have a 1-2 count now for Frost. See if he can get the bases loaded here. That's all dependent on the pitching of Williams, as he throws a errant pitch there. It's going to advance Opata to third and Bowen to second. Definitely not the position that Mars Hill wants to be in, with Opata in better scoring position here.
That was a good read by Opata. He saw the ball in the dirt and saw it bouncing away from the catcher, so he took off. Easy stolen base for him.
Definitely, he's going to take any chance he gets here. Mars Hill can not afford any errant pitches, because Opata's going to make you pay. As Frost makes contact there. And that'll be an out at first, but not before Opata can make it home, so that'll push the lead to 10-0 here in the 7th. Which puts Nick Levensteins back at the plate here for North Georgia. So Levensteins has Bowen on third, as he faces a 1-0 count now. As Levensteins makes contact with that one, it'll be hit high into the air, foul ball. So a 1-1 count here for Levensteins. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. So we will see what he can do here against Williams. Swing and a miss there, so a 1-2 count now for Levensteins. As we mentioned earlier, the North Georgia women's and men's basketball teams picking up 2 great wins against Georgia Southwestern yesterday. The women's team will follow up their win with a road game against Clayton State. That game will be Wednesday, February 8th at 7:30. As easy out here. This will be 2 outs now in the inning. We'll bring up Jorge Arispero. As we mentioned, the women taking on Clayton State. And the men's basketball team also taking on Clayton State this Wednesday, February 8th at 5:30 p.m. before they return home, both to take on Lander this Saturday, February 11th. You can catch both of those games on the Nighthawk Sports Network. There's a strike there thrown from Williams. Now a 0-1 count for Jorge Arispero. Now a 1-1 count as that ball gets away from catcher.
He did a good job again keeping it in front, though, so Bowen couldn't advance to home.
The Mountain Lions have a new catcher in, number 55, Preston Holcomb, the catcher from Ider, Alabama, sophomore, standing at 6'1", as Jorge Arisbro hits this one into left field, which will retire the inning and take us to the 8th. Nighthawks still up 9-0 in this game. We'll be right back with you here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Chick-fil-A of Dahlonega is the presenting sponsor of the Nighthawk of the Week program. From supporting local charities to hosting school spirit nights, Chick-fil-A restaurants are committed to giving back in ways that are most meaningful to their customers. If you're looking for great food nearby, it is Chick-fil-A's pleasure to serve you. United Logistics is a veteran-owned and relationship-driven company with a goal of being an integral part of the community, providing safe transportation and shipping solutions and being recognized as one of the leading providers of transportation nationwide. Visit unitedlogistics.net for more information. Established in 1984 in nearby Clermont, Georgia, the Chattahoochee Group is a local company that's grown to include construction, streetscaping, modular walls, metal buildings, disposal, concrete, sports field installation, site work, and more. To learn more about the Chattahoochee Group's wide range of project offerings, visit chatgroupinc.com.
Back with you here on the Nighthawk Sports Network as Mars Hill is down to their last 6 outs here. Try to mount a tremendous comeback in this game as North Georgia made a Wendy's call to the bullpen as now number 40, Eddie Galatas, is on the mound for North Georgia, the 6'1 junior out of Decatur, Georgia, stepping in to close this one out.
Reed Howard did a great job getting 6 outs really quickly, but now Galantis comes on, wants to get 6 more outs for the win. He's had a pretty solid career. In 2021, he had a 5.45 ERA, and in 2022, he had a 5.49 ERA. So right around 5. So
as he now pitches a 2-2 count here. As Preston Holcomb is batting here for the Mountain Lions. Swing and a miss there. Good job there from Galatas. So Mars Hill down to their last 5 outs here. Hoping for a miracle as Chapel Matson makes his way out, and then he hits this one into right outfield. Should be an easy out here for Opata. Now down to their last 4 outs here for Mars Hill.
Galantis is definitely following the trend of Nighthawks pitchers working quick and throwing strikes and getting outs. Definitely vastly different from the Mars Hills pitchers.
Yes, these top of the innings have definitely been a little shorter than when the Nighthawks offense takes the field. As a ball is thrown there for Luke Hayes. Luke Hayes makes contact with that one, but it is fouled. Now 1-1 count here. We'll see what Hayes can do here. He faces the pitch. Strike is thrown, so a 1-2 count. Nice pitch there from Gladys. As that ball's hit high into the air, it is into left field. Good communication there from the Nighthawks to secure the out, and that'll bring us to the bottom of the 8th. We will be right back with you here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
A staple in downtown Dahlonega, the Smith House Country Store, Restaurant, and Hotel offers various types of accommodations for visitors and has been serving family-style country cooking since 1922, just off the historic Dahlonega Square. Amicalola Propane is locally owned and operated and provides propane sales, service, and repair to farms, homes, and businesses. Amicalola Propane is dedicated to making customers' lives more comfortable, and their knowledgeable staff will help with both residential and commercial propane needs. Walton & Company Realty is dedicated to serving you with all of your real estate needs. Their team of professionals will help you with everything from transaction coordination, marketing, and representing you as a buyer or seller, and has a goal of making your transaction run as smoothly as possible. For more information, visit waldenco.com.
Back with you here in Dahlonega as we are in the bottom of the 8th inning. Josh Sosa up to bat here for North Georgia as he is hit by the pitch. So that'll move him to first base.
Leading up number 9, Connor Ross.
As Connor Frost will now make his way to home plate. We'll see what he can do here. No outs in the inning. As Sosa was immediately hit with the pitch. As Mars Hill, again, another pitcher in for them. Number 32, Cannon Coates, the right-handed pitcher, sophomore out of Marshall, North Carolina. We'll try to make this a more of a respectable game for the Mountain Lions, as the count is now 2-0 for Frost.
This is his first appearance this season. I know he didn't want to start off hitting a batter for his first pitch.
He's definitely been put in a little bit of a tough situation here with Nighthawks up 9-0. However, the box score will tell you that the pitching hasn't been too bad for Mars Hill since that 6th inning. They've only allowed 1 run after that 5-run inning from North Georgia in the 4th.
Yeah, Williams came in. I think he pitched 2 innings. I think he pitched 2, and he
believe so.
He shut the Nighthawks down for the most part. And he did a good job for the Lions.
It's now Edwin Bowman up to bat here for North Georgia as Frost is walked.
The Mars Hills pitchers just keep falling behind every at bat, and you definitely can't do that against these Nighthawk batters.
Now an 0-1 count now for Bowen. Strike thrown there from Coates. As Frost will advance to second, and Sosa will advance to third off of that errant pitch there from Coates. Nighthawks playing a little conservative here, but of course they would be willing to tack on to their lead here, as it's now a 2-1 count for Bowman. We'll see what he can do here. As he makes contact, but that'll be a foul ball. Just outside of the 320 mark there in the outfield, right outfield. So a 2-2 count now for Bowman. The UNG softball team will follow up their time in the Gulf Shores Invitational as they head to the Captain D's Surf and Turf Classic, where they will take on King on February 11th at 12 p.m. That game is going to be here in Dahlonega at Haynes and Carolyn Hill Stadium. You can catch that game on the Nighthawk Sports Network. As Bowman is walked as well. So now the bases are loaded here for North Georgia.
Mars Hills pitchers have had a lot of control issues. They've hit a lot of our batters so far this series.
Yes, I think North Georgia currently leads the Peach Belt Conference in getting hit by pitch. I'm not sure which player specifically. I believe it was Opata coming into this game, but you're exactly right. They've had some issues with some control from their pitchers. As Marcel looks to regroup things here. Still no outs in the inning as the bases are loaded here for North Georgia. It's definitely been a long series for Mars Hill, with just 2 runs scored on the weekend so far. We'll see if they can get anything going in the top of the 9th. But barring a miracle comeback from them, that'll be the last 3 outs for them here in Dahlonega.
I'm sure they would love to get out of this inning with no runs and maybe put a couple runs on their own heading into the next series just to give them some momentum.
Yes, definitely. Momentum is key into their matchup against Young Harris. As they will make another pitching change, so Cannon Coates will step off of the pitcher's mound. And that'll bring on number 28, Matt Pacheco, the right-handed pitcher freshman out of Windermere, Florida. As Mars Hill has gone deep into their pitching arsenal this game. Try to make this a little bit more competitive here. With the bases loaded, no outs here in the bottom of the 8th.
Definitely a tough position to be in for the freshmen. Coming in your first game, bases loaded.
Definitely. They Mars Hill's put a lot of freshmen on the mound. So it's been difficult for them to step up to the challenge with this well-experienced North Georgia team. As number 18, Andrew Shadburn, is now up to bat here for North Georgia with the bases loaded. We'll see what he can do here with the freshman pitcher now on the mound. As a ball is thrown here, 1-0 count now, as he will immediately get a little bit of a meeting here from his catcher. Just try to calm him down. Maybe a little bit of nerves here. As Holcomb gets back to his spot. We'll see what Shadburn can do here. Just one ball. Make that 2 balls here. 2-0 count.
Shadburn should be very selective here after the pitcher's already thrown 2 balls.
The pitch is in for ball number 3. So we did not expect Shadburn to swing here, as another ball thrown here could advance their lead to 11-0. As a strike is thrown there. Three-one count now. With Sosa on third, so any balls thrown here will send him home. And it will. So Sosa will make it home, making their lead 11-0 here. Base is still loaded as Andrews Opata makes his way to the batter's box. Probably one of the last players that Marcelo wants to see in the batter's box now. Still no outs in this inning. As a foul from Opata. So the count is now 0-1. 0-2 now after another foul ball.
Great job this time by working ahead and getting Opata in an 0-2 hole here.
So the count is now 0-2 for Opata. We'll see what he can do here. So he makes contact with that one, as that one is fumbled by the pitcher. And Opata is safe at first. And the Nighthawks extend their lead to 12-0 as Frost is able to make it home.
Opata again showing off his speed there. That's 2 infield hits, or hits he's had in the infield that he's beat out. Definitely. Can't make any mistakes when it comes to Opata.
Absolutely.
Too quick for that.
Of any balls that are mishandled by the pitcher or in the outfield. And that'll extend the lead to 13-0. As there'll be another meeting here at the mound here for Mars Hill.
Make another change here.
So the Nighthawks have been able to add on to their dominant performance here, going up 13-0 in this game after a couple of errant pitches from Mars Hill. And so Mars Hill will make a substitution in at pitcher. That'll bring on Tristan Camp, the right-handed pitcher junior out of Forestell, Mississippi, transfer from Arkansas State. As the Nighthawks have been able to capitalize multiple times in this game after some mishaps from the Mars Hill defense. As they've been walked numerous times in this game as well. Just 8 hits in the game, but they've been able to score 13 runs, so
Mars Hill's definitely hurt themselves with the walks and the putting players on base, and then the Nighthawks have been able to capitalize with the few hits, the 8 hits they've had.
And so Jace Bowen is up to bat here for the Nighthawks. The ball is thrown here. 2-0 count now. As Opada is on second. And so that ball makes it into the left outfield. Nighthawks will score again as Shadburn makes it home, making this a 14-0 game. Nighthawks absolutely pouring it on here in this game. As Riley Frost makes his way to the batter's box. Still no outs in this inning. The Nighthawks are having one of their best innings of the game since that 5-run inning in the 4th. Opada at third. It's now a 0-2 count here. Couple good pitches from Tristan Camp. As pitches in, that'll be a ball. 1-2 count now. Opada at third, and any sort of mishap, you can expect him to score a run as that ball is fouled. 1-2 count still for Frost. So the 1-2 count here. Pitches in. Be a ball, so a 2-2 count now. As he has Frost on first as well. That's Levenstein. So 3-2 count now, full count here for the Nighthawks. So that'll be a ball. So Frost will advance to first. That was Jace Bowen on first, excuse me. He now makes his way to second. It's hard to tell with the way he was facing there. And so now bases are loaded for Levensteins. We'll see what he can do here. Possibly hit the first home run of the season for North Georgia on a grand slam, but that'll be a strike. So it's a 0-1 count now for Levensteins.
Definitely would be an awesome to get the first home run of the season be a grand slam. Be a pretty cool moment.
Definitely get this crowd amped up. Got a nice crowd here at the Steiner. Got a good mix of both home Nighthawk fans as well as Mars Hill fans. Made the 3-hour commute from Mars Hill, North Carolina to be here this weekend. One count here for Levensteins. Now a 2-1 count. So we'll see what Levensteins can do here as Camp gets the signal. Be a 3-1 count now for Levensteins. As the bases are loaded, so Camp in a sticky situation here. Potentially could put the Nighthawks up 15-0. And he will. As Opata will cross home plate, making this a 15-0 game. Bases are still loaded. Still no outs here in this inning as Jorge Arispero makes his way to the batter's box. And cannot imagine what's going through the minds of these pitchers right now, as they are definitely in some rough situations here for these freshmen.
They've been a little wild, and the Nighthawks have capitalized on that and been very disciplined, not chasing anything, but taking what's given to them, and they'll take a free walk if, gets them on base.
So Mars Hill will definitely have to do some regrouping here on Monday once they face off against Young Harris this Tuesday. Strike thrown here, so it's a 1-1 count for Arispero. There's still no outs, and the bases are loaded, so we'll see what happens here. For any basketball or NBA fans listening here, Kyrie Irving just got traded to the Dallas Mavericks, so definitely be interesting to see how that one plays out for them. Now a 2-1 count for Jorge Arispero.
Katie doesn't have a super team anymore.
Yep.
Everybody left him.
Definitely got Luka some help here. But they had to give up Spencer Dinwiddie and Dorian Finney-Smith in the trade. So fingers crossed that Kyrie re-signs with them in the offseason, as he's an unrestricted free agent. But Luka's finally got a solid number 2 with him, as Dallas looks to make a deep playoff run.
It would definitely be interesting to see the two of them together. Definitely two big scorers in the NBA.
As that pitch is behind Jorge Arispero, so now he has a full 3-2 count. That'll be a 4-2 count, so that'll send Arispero to first. And that'll bring home Jace Bowen, making it a 16-0 game. Still no outs. Base is still loaded. And Mars Hill is besides himself here as Josh Sosa makes his way back to the batter's box. Swing here, but a ball is fouled, so an 0-1 count now for Sosa. And now an 0-2 count as that pitch gets away from the catcher. Good job by Holcomb to get a hold of that one as quickly as possible. As Frost was on third, looking to make a break for it to home plate. As Sosa gets a hold of that one. And it'll be an out at second. So Mars Hill gets their first out of the inning. But not before North Georgia can score again, putting their lead up to now 17-0. As Frost was able to make it home. Riley Frost, that is, as now Connor Frost is up to bat. And so Sosa now at first, with Levensteins at third. Frost up to bat here, facing the 0-1 count. As Frost makes contact with that one makes it into center field. North Georgia will score yet again in this game, as Levensteins makes it across home plate. It is now an 18-0 game. After the single there, puts Edwin Bowman into the batter's box.
Yeah, you always want to add insurance runs going to the last inning, but I don't know if they needed 8. They already had a big enough lead.
Yes, it's a 9-0 heading into this inning, but they've now extended their lead all the way out to 18-0 here in what has been just a dominant performance so far from the Nighthawks. As that one is hit into right field, and it'll get down as Bowman gets his second hit of the day with the single there into the right outfield. That'll bring Andrew Shadburn to the plate. Still just one out here in this inning, as the Nighthawks are dragging this one out for as long as they can. As he gets the pitch. It's going to be a ball. 1-0 count here. Now a 2-0 count for Shadburn. As I am currently looking up the record for the largest margin of win for North Georgia. As a strike is thrown there. Now a 2-1 count for Shadburn. Now a 2-2 count as a strike is thrown there. can imagine that an 18-0 win is definitely up there in the record books. As Mars Hill gets the easy out there. So now Andrew Sopata steps up to the plate with 2 outs here in this inning. The most runs scored in a game by North Georgia is actually 27, which was last season against Claflin. As that ball is fouled. Still a dominant performance so far today, but 27 runs is...
It's pretty hard to beat, I would say.
Yeah, that's a hard record to beat there. They also scored 27 runs against Emmanuel back on April 29th, 2017. As Opata is hit with the pitch there. Crowd chuckling a bit at Opata's reaction to that one. As Frost will make it past home plate, making it a 19-0 game. As Jace Bowen will step back up to the plate here for North Georgia. As a strike is thrown there. I believe Opata still leads the Peach Belt Conference in being hit by pitch, as he's hit with another one there. He seems to be all right, though, as he is at first. Bases are loaded. With Opata at first. Bowman is at third. And Shadburn at second. Strike thrown there. Now is a 1-2 count for Jace Bowen. Marcel would just love to retire this inning, make it to the 9th. The Nighthawks have scored 9 runs in this inning so far. We'll see what Jace Bowen can do here. As that ball is fouled. Maddox have shown good discipline here at the plate, too. Haven't been swinging too much. Knowing the odds of the pitches they're going to get here from this Mars Hill squad as that ball is fouled. Still a 1-2 count here for Bowen. As he sees the pitch, gets a hold of that one, but that's going to be another foul ball. As that one gets away from Mars Hill and over the fence. So still a 1-2 count here for Jace Bowen. Nighthawks offense has been out on the field for what seems like an eternity now, as they will continue to stay on the field as Bowen gets a hold of that one, extending their lead to 20-0 here in this game. As Bowman was able to make it to home plate, as Riley Frost Now gets a swing at it here. Base is still loaded here. 2 outs in the inning. Strike thrown there. From Camp. Marcel hoping for a pop fly. Or that'll work to end the inning as Bowen is out at second. And that'll take us to the top of the 9th. Marcel down to their last 3 outs here. You are watching the Nighthawk Sports Network. We will be right back with you.
She has her whole life in front of her and already has a world-class heart team behind her. And so does every generation of her family, thanks to Georgia Heart Institute. Every day, our cardiologists, heart surgeons, and vascular surgeons bring breakthroughs that save and improve lives for generations. So whether you need heart care today or in 2073, we'll be here with the very best for your heart. Georgia Heart Institute.
I need to try it first.
Wouldn't it be awesome if you could buy your next vehicle without going to the dealership? Now you can with Beaver Direct. It's fast and really simple. Log into BeaverToyotaComing.com, click on Beaver Direct, quietly shop from hundreds of vehicles, obtain a credit approval and trade appraisal in
Back with you here in Dahlonega as we get things going. Top of the 9th here. Mars Hill down to their last 3 outs here. As North Georgia makes a Wendy's call to the bullpen as number 19, Jacob Lassier, is now on the pitcher's mound for North Georgia. As that ball is fouled, so it's going to be a 2-1 count here. Lassier, the junior pitcher out of Alpharetta, Georgia, looking to close things out here for the Nighthawks.
He had a good season last year. He appeared in 19 games, posting a 4.91 ERA. Hopefully he can get out of this one with no runs scored.
As that ball is fouled again, so a 2-2 count here for Alex Naran. As he is hit by a pitch, or actually a foul ball. Must have gotten a piece of the bat there. As Naran gets a hold of that one, but he is going to be out at first. So Mars Hill down to their last 2 outs here. As Dawson Connell will make his way to the plate. The junior infielder and outfielder for Mars Hill from Waxhaw, North Carolina. Will face off against Lassier. There's a swing and a miss there, so it's going to be strike number 1.
That's a good pitch by Lassier.
Is that pitch hits the dirt, so it's going to be a 1-1 count here. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out for Dawson Connell. That pitch is a little high. 2-1 count now. So we'll see what Dawson Connell can do here. Swing and a miss here, so it's going to be a 2-2 count now. Great pitch there from Lassier. As Connell makes contact with that one, it's going to be down in the right outfield. As Mars Hill registers their 4th hit of the day. To put Connell on first. And now number 30, Zach Weaver, will make his way to the plate. As he now has Connell on first. Just 1 out here in the inning. Swings there, but it's going to be fouled. 0-1 count now. Now an 0-2 count. Fair swing and a miss there.
Lassier would love to produce a ground ball here so his defense can turn 2 in this game.
Yes, it's exactly what the Nighthawks needed to try and close out this game here. In the top of the 9th. Another swing and a miss here.
Strikeout will do too.
Yep, right on cue, Bailey. As now Mars Hill is down to their last out here. As number 5, Luke Hayes, will try to mount the greatest comeback in Division II baseball history. Or one of them, I would assume. As he now faces a 2-0 count. And now a 3-0 count for Luke Hayes. Still got Connell on first. Facing the 3-0 count here. He makes contact with that one. It is fouled. 3-1 here. Pitches in. Ball's fouled. Yet again, that one makes it out of the stadium into the road behind the Steiner. So now a full count here for Luke Hayes. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Swing here, and that ball is fouled yet again. As that one hits the net, rolls back onto the field. Still full count here. See what Lassier does. As he gets the signal. As that ball is fair. And he is going to be safe at first base after the good hustle there from shortstop, but it's unfortunately unable to make the play to end the game.
Yeah, that was a great play by Frost. Keep it in the infield. Just wasn't quick enough on the throw, but it was a great dive.
Now we'll see what Eisenhower can do at the plate here. As Lassier throws a strike. Eisenhower, the designated hitter for Mars Hill, as he has 2 runners on base now. As Lassier and Frost playing a little bit of catch there. It's going to be a ball, so a 1-1 count here for Eisenhower. Mars Hill still alive in this one. Swing and a miss there. So Mars Hill down to their last strike and last out potentially in this game. We'll see what Lassier does here. And he struck him out. So that is going to be our ball game here. Nighthawks with the dominant 20-0 win in this game. Registering 20 runs, 12 hits, and no errors in this game. Mars Hill, no runs, 5 hits, and an error, as North Georgia picks up the absolutely dominant win here, as North Georgia will have a few days off before they get back to work on Friday to begin their 3-game series against Florida Southern here in Dahlonega. You can catch that series starting February 10th at 3 p.m. back here on the Nighthawk Sports Network. Thank you so much for joining us today from Robert DiClemente, Bailey Vessel, and the entire Nighthawk Sports Network crew. Signing off from Dahlonega. So long, everybody.